What is going on, everyone? I am glad to be back. We are joining you live here in New Hampshire, New Hampshire Motor Speedway, I should say, in Loudon. And I'm joined by Anthony Thitchner in the booth tonight. Anthony, how's it going?
All right, man. All right.
Well, that's good. I'm looking forward to this race. It seems like it's another tight setup. A lot of chatter in the practice session. Another tight like a tiger setup.
I was just gonna say, man, it's tight like a tiger. I was gonna run tonight. I found some speed in the car tonight. I was sitting, I believe, fourth fastest, but I just kept hitting a wall, man, and it wasn't fun to drive. It's too tight. So I feel like I have more fun sitting up in the booth watching these boys go at it.
So glad to have you up here with us. Real quick, we're going to go over two big headlines for tonight, in my opinion. Josh Sheets is subbing for Matthew Hibbs tonight, and he's coming off his best career finish in ECR history. Second place last night, so congrats to him. He's going to look to better that by one position, he said, and try to get a win tonight, so hopefully he can do that. We'll be on the lookout for that. Also, rookie Chris Watkins is making his first Beeline race start, BeeLineSim series start, and he finished third last night. So some really good rookies came in, and they're making their first start tonight. I'm really excited to see them race.
Is it too early to put our money on anybody?
Maybe
Tell
not.
you what, man.
Maybe not too early, but
This new guy came in, Chris Watkins. He is subbing in for James Lehman. Lehman had to find a sub, couldn't be here tonight, and found somebody to sit on the pole. Now, everybody knows that watches the BeeLineSim series. James Lehman usually qualifies in the top 5, very fast guy. And he found Chris Watkins, one of the new guys, stepped up, subbing in for him tonight. And so far, he's sitting on the pole. He was the fastest guy in practice. He beat that time sitting on the pole now. Luis so far is second, but Trevor and Steven have not qualified yet.
and Trevor just clocked in at third. Now Trevor Ropolo going to take away the pole from Chris. He's going to set a 30.947. I think that's the first .9 I've seen.
There are some very, very, very fast guys here tonight, and I think it's all going to come down on the long run. I was doing long runs, about 25, 30 lap runs earlier in the race, and I had some practice, and I had some percentages I was looking at, and it was like 75% on the right front with like 93 on the right rear. So, I mean, that's tight. You know your car is tight when it's eating up the right front like that. So the key tonight is going to be taking care of those right front tires, Christian.
Yeah, I can't wait to get to that, but while these guys are still qualifying, we're going to go ahead and go to our national anthem real quick, and we'll be right back with you. So we'll be right on back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
to Chuck and Larry, Captain James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Alright, we are back and they are rolling out here.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one lap, and the 86 is gonna park it. We will start parking it. I think my guys are gonna make it, so I'm gonna get whatever points I can.
Points are points, no matter what points they are. Alright, well, while these guys are rolling around here under this pace lap, we're going to have our starting lineup on the screen. Flag is in the air here in New Hampshire. Trevor out to a great start here as he's going to about 2 car length lead over, oh man, I'm going to want to say James Lehman in the 05. That's Chris Watkins tonight.
I had a scare. I got sideways in turn 1.
I seen there was an issue with Ronnie Norman already in this race as well. He dropped way off the pace out of turn number 2. He was way up out of the groove, which he's doing it again.
Yeah, Ronnie Norman reported that he's having some issues with his pedals, so let's keep an eye on that and see if he starts to make his way back forward.
It almost looks like his brakes are going to the floor. I mean, he is going straight up to the outside wall. That's a tough break for our points leader. But up front, Trevor Roppolo and Chris Watkins still bumper to bumper here for the lead. Got a little bit of a 2-wide battle here, back behind 7th place, Kurt Quist. That's Josh Sheets and Ram Mara battling for 8th. Ram Mara gonna take it now. Joseph Grijalva will look underneath him.
Right now it seems like that outside line's working a little bit better. Guys get thinned down, they lose all their momentum. So these guys on the outside are able to make some runs happen on the outside.
Oh yeah, the outside's gonna mean everything here in this race. What I'm wondering is if you're coming up on a car, can you get to the outside to pass them? Or do you already have to hold them off? Already be in that spot. That's going to be interesting to see.
I'm watching cars locking them up like Doug Hess right now. He's in 18th position and got a little bit hard on the brakes there and had to lock them up as we see Ronnie Norman disconnect. That's hard, man. That's going to be rough.
Yeah, he does not have a win yet, so he's got to get in on points, so that is really tough.
We have a bunch of different winners in this league this year. I don't know if you guys have seen the points or if you're able to pull it up, but man, there's so many different winners. I'll get them stats back up to you here shortly, but that's the one thing about this season is it almost looks like you're going to need a win to get in.
Yeah, I know Luis is a winner. Rob Haynes has won. You had, I believe, Jonathan Boger also won. Those are the ones I know of. Remember. Did Jeremy Morrison win one?
For winners, we have Rob Haynes with 2 wins. Jeremy Morrison has a win. Jonathan Boger. Josh Sutsy. Oh, we got a caution.
Oh, Jeffrey Ford. Go take a look at what happened here. Turned by looked like Bruce Ackerman. He hit the inside wall hard. That was a battle for 14th spot.
Yeah, it looks like well, what was reported was Bruce got a little bit loose coming out of the turn there and couldn't save it, and ended up getting up into the 98.
Yeah, that's a tough one to call. I don't know if he got loose. He just kind of...
Got tight.
Yeah, he got tight. It looked more like tight, not loose. I don't know. That's what I was going to say. Race off pit road here. Did Trevor stay out there? No, he took 2. That's honestly probably a good call considering how tight this setup is.
What do you think about pulling somebody down in the booth, man? Got our first caution, why not, right?
Yeah, I think I want to pull Trevor McManus down here and see what the 2-tire strategy is. See if he tested it in practice and what he thinks he's gonna, how he thinks it's gonna work. So let's bring him down here. Hey, Trevor McManus, it's Christian up here in the broadcast booth. You got a copy? Technical difficulties here. Trevor McManus, you got a copy?
Alrighty.
Interesting. Maybe he was having Discord issues earlier, I'm not sure. But needless to say, Trevor McManus takes 2, and he's going to be our leader here, so good job for him. We're going to send him on. Oh, there's Trevor. Trevor's back. Hey, Trevor, welcome to the broadcast booth. I wanted to ask you, 2 tires, how did you test it in practice? Is it going to work?
Yeah, I did 2 tires after a full fuel run, and I only lost about 4/10, 3/10 of a second. We only got 10 laps on these tires, so I shouldn't be too bad. But track position here is key. You know, it's hard to pass, so.
All right, well, good luck out there. Hopefully you're able to hold it up there. We've seen it's pretty hard to pass, so hopefully you're able to stay up there.
Hopefully, man. I gotta put my headset back on. I love you guys. See you later.
All right, that was Trevor McManus. Gonna be on the inside for this restart. Uh-oh.
Looks like Trevor spun the tires.
Spun the tires or something. He went the whole way to the inside there.
That was interesting. Stack a lot of guys up. We got 3 wide going on. Few guys here tonight.
That really hurt Josh Sheets. I think he was right behind Trevor, and now he's the whole way back in 7th.
Tell you what, that 03 of Mike Dullard, he's another new guy that just joined this week, and he started 29th. He's already up 12th. He was up 14th, just picked up another 2 positions. Big mover.
Right behind him, Matthew George gets loose into the corner, and he tagged, it looked like Todd Gilly in the right rear. Probably another one of those wheel hopping scenarios that happens so often here in New Hampshire. I've heard a lot of these people out here are messing with their brake bias. So, you know, a little bit too much brake bias in one direction, and that thing can wheel hop real quick.
Oh yeah, I couldn't find the happy point, man. I would lock him up if it was too high. I'd lock him up if it was too low. And then I put it in the middle where I had it.
Oh, we got trouble here. Ed Adams, Doug Hess, Mason Clark, Matthew George involved. Oh, and now Jeremy Morrison gets a little piece of it. Ed Adams just got into the corner a little too hot and got into Doug Hess, and they all went for a spin. Got to test out the new camera for that wreck there, riding along with Douglas Hess. Got the helmet cam this week. It's kind of like the visor cam from Fox Sports. Moves along with the driver. It is awesome. But we'll go up live here. Oh, would you like to interview someone this time?
Sure. I'm gonna pull down Stephen Massey in that 97. Stephen Massey, Anthony Fishner, Christian Snyder up in the ECR booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
I saw you worked your way up there under that last run, and you seem to have lost a few positions. What happened?
I slid through my pit box. I was actually going to take 2 tires, and then I slid through my box and said, well, screw it, I'm going to just go ahead and put 4 on. I didn't want to come out right smack in the middle of the field.
Trevor McManus took 2 on that last one, and he had a really sloppy restart. Do you think that's something to watch out for if these guys go to take 2?
Was he the lead car?
Yes.
Well, if you're the lead car, it shouldn't be an issue because you have the control. But as far as everyone else around him, yes. I mean, the way this track is, you have to watch everyone, especially keep a track on those guys taking 2 tires. You got to know who you're going to pass on the outside. If they took 2 tires and they ran 10 laps on those tires, you got to pass them on the outside. You better give them plenty of room.
Well, you were 3rd fastest in practice, and you started 22nd. So I seen you, I think, up there in the top 5, and now you're sitting 10th. So pretty sure you'll be working your way back up, man. We'll keep an eye on you, and good luck.
10-4, thank you.
These guys are going back green here. We're only on lap 19 here. Already 2 cautions. As we are back green, Trevor McManus with a great start this time. Race 50 tires.
We probably would have had to make fun of him if he did it again.
Kurt Quist making it hard for Trevor Roppolo there on the outside of him. Oh, Trevor's going to cut him off. He wanted that outside to enter the corner real nice and easy. I believe Trevor Roppolo has 4 tires and Trevor has 2. Let's see how this battle goes.
So hard to pass here, man. If he just keeps up the pressure, I think this is a battle of Trevor's right now, and I think Roppolo might come out on top here. He's got the lead coming into 3. He can just clear him. He should have that position. He's going to clear him. He's going to slide up. Will McManus give him the push? No, he checks up. Roppolo's going to have the lead coming out of 4.
That just goes to show that 2 tires is not going to be absolutely great, but I mean, for track position, sure, it might work for maybe 5 laps. I think soon you'll start seeing him fall off and go back through the field.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can only hold on to it for so long. It's going to be that point where your tires just give. Another battle brewing here. Luis Almaso cuts over to the inside of Kurt Quist as we come into turn 1 here. He's going to have that position clear and should take over the 3rd position over Kurt Quist. Next guy about to pass Kurt is going to be Brant Morrow, new guy, number 57. And Kurt is fading. I wonder if he took 2. Remember we were talking about Stephen Massey, who was in 10th. Now he's up to 7th, to 4. He mentioned that he was going to take 2, but he took 4, slid through his stall, and he's already up to the 7th position. So he's got a little bit of pressure from Brad Hoare, but I think he's looking forward to this battle. He's just being patient.
That's all you can do at this point in the race. Just be patient and let the passes happen. Don't force the issue. Brant Morrow and Rob Hinkins, or not Rob Hinkins, Kurt Quist are still side by side here. Kurt is not making it easy at all.
This is some really tight, close side-by-side race, man. This is why I love New Hampshire. There's always action, and I think this track is pretty fun.
Brant got really tight on Kurt's door on entry there, and I think Kurt finally said, all right, Youngblood, go ahead and take it.
You see Stephen Massey in that 97 car, and he's sitting right behind Kurt. he's going to take the outside of Rob Haynes because he knows these guys are all getting by on the outside. So Rob took the inside bit on it, and now Steven's going to have his outside trying to get that position. Might even go by Kurt here as we see him get on the inside. We're now 3 wide on turn 4.
Wow, here we go. Now it's 2 wide. Rob Haynes going to lose 2 positions now as Brad Borer clears him. Oh, Rob Haynes gets loose into the corner. That was close for him.
I can tell you exactly what he just did. He was trying to let them go and get to the outside and get that position, but he didn't know Jonathan Boger was there closing in fast. So he's seen that, and he just jerked the wheel and got on the brakes real quick. Nice save. Nice save by Rob Haynes.
Look at Stephen Massey go. He is now up to the 5th position.
We got lap traffic ahead here. Mason Clark now being lapped, number 24, subbing in for Nick Olson.
Yeah, Mason Clark was involved in that 5-car pileup there. A lot of damage on that machine.
We got another pass going on. Coming out of 4, Luis Almasa is going to look to the inside of number 57, Brant Morrow, but he's going to think twice now. He's going to stick to the outside and didn't make it happen. But if he sees another spot where he can probably make it happen, he's going to push for it. Luis has got some long run speed tonight. He's backing up his corners nice. He's being patient. That's what it's going to take to get to the front tonight.
Yeah, he's just letting Brant run off his tires. Brant's kind of coming through the field pretty quick. So look for Luis to pass him back up here in the next 20 laps.
Christian, what do you think about Trevor McManus holding second position down with them 2 tires?
I'm quite surprised by it. I know he said that the 2 tires was only about a 3 to 4/10 fall off, but I thought it would be a bigger difference there. But he's proved me wrong.
So I wonder if anybody's going to pick that up and maybe take 2 from here on out, you know, or you know, obviously with a run like this, you're probably going to take 4, but you know, if you only have like a 10-lap run or less, you might just go ahead and take 2.
The thing that surprised me is he said he did a full fuel run, then took 2, and it still worked for him. So could we see that play as a factor in the fuel run?
What is a full fuel run? Did they get that?
I didn't get that off of them, but I'm sure they did.
Well, I heard some guys are going to go every 30 laps, some guys are going to go every 25. If there was no cautions, now there's already been a caution, but if there's no cautions, that would have been the difference in one pit stop. You know, you went 30 laps on a run, you only had to pit 4 times. You went 25 lap runs, you would have had to pit 5 times.
Yeah, and that last caution was on lap 19. They're on lap 32 right now. So they're about 12 to 13 laps in on this run. About halfway in the fuel run.
So if you pit every 30, your last pit stop would be 140. So you really don't have to pit every 30. You could probably be safe with every 25.
Got another lap car there, Jeremy Morrison. We'll making quick work of him there. No troubles at all for the front 5.
One thing you want to expect out of these lap cars is that they don't put up a fight. They just let guys go. You try to stay out of the way. You don't want to see a lap car cause a caution. That's a big no-no.
Now we got a battle here for 9th. Bruce Ackerman and Rob Haynes side by side, door to door here. Rob Haynes going to take the spot here. Kurt Quist has fallen all the way back to 8th place. Might have been one of those guys that took 2 or possibly even new tires. Oh, Jeremy Morrison got into the wall there. That right front damage must really be affecting this car.
I'm telling you, man, he let's look at his lap times real quick. He has been posting high 34 to now 35 second lap times. That's about 3 seconds slower than the guys around him. So yeah, you definitely want to watch out for him. He needs to stay out of the way.
Now Rob Haynes let Bruce Ackerman by. I thought something happened, but he just pulled down and hit the brakes, slowed down a lot, and just let him by. It was interesting. I thought he just got done passing him.
Trevor Roppolo in the lead has only gained a 1 second lead over Trevor McManus, but Brant Barrow is now closing in on Trevor McManus. So see what's going to happen here if he's going to try to make something happen. Brant Morrow, third place in that number 57 car, subbing in tonight. I think he's going to take over this ride full time for Josh Sheets. So this number's actually going to be the number 7 next week, but it's a good signing. Good sign.
That lead is shrinking. He's now within 0.6 of him. 0.6 of a second back.
Wow. I wonder if he just ran it too hard, man. You know, I mean, the one thing about New Hampshire is if you run it too hard or if your brake bias isn't right, that car can get extremely tight and will hurt your long run speed. My son would like to add to everybody out there, if you're watching this and not watching WWE, John Cena and AJ Styles just won a tag team match. As Trevor McManus gets into the wall, Brant Morrow is going to get right on around him, and that's going to leave it wide open for Luis Alonso as well.
And you know what that was? He was pushing it to try to stay in front of Brant Morrow, and he just got a little too overzealous and got into the wall.
Yeah, it's about that time. Them two tires are going to start showing themselves.
Got two rookies up here in first and second, Trevor Roppolo and Brant Morrow. We're going to check in with our two stories, which are Josh Sheets, which he's running in 13th right now. And the other one was Chris Watkins, which not having a good race right now. He's in 22nd.
Who's that, Todd Gilly? Oh, Chris Watkins.
Chris Watkins, which is surprising.
Yeah, he must have been involved in something. Let's take a look at his car.
That car is clean.
Maybe he had too much of a sponsor tonight, Jägermeister. I mean, I've been there. You have a good race going, and in between the cautions, you just take a few shots, and it's like, oh man, this is a little bit harder than it was a few laps ago.
It's even worse when you hit the wall and then you take a few extra shots under caution. We've all been there. Tell you who's not going to be taking any shots until after this race, Trevor Roppolo, because he has got to be laser focused for this one. He's out front leading this thing right now.
I'm on call for my job tonight, but I feel like I'm not going to get called, so we're just going to take a few shots, kick it back, and watch these boys go at it.
Oh, that was a close call there for Trevor. Jeremy Morrison was right in his line, and Trevor had to really check up there.
Brant Morrow is really closing in on the number 90 of Trevor Roppolo, man. They better watch out. Also, another guy that's really coming in, but might have to take some strategy is Stephen Massey in that 97, who will eventually catch Trevor. I think. But he's 2.5 back. Right now, we need to focus on number 57 of Brant Morrow, who is steadily closing in on Trevor Roppolo. He had a .93 lead last lap. Now it's a 1.05. So Brant just needs to stay focused, and he'll be able to catch him. Right now, Trevor, class of the field, maintaining it, being smart about everything that he's doing.
Yeah, Brant, that last lap was caught up by lap traffic. Jeremy Morrison we had a block there. Trevor McManus tried blocking Stephen Massey, but that was to no avail. Stephen Massey just got on right by him. It's now Trevor McManus going to bring it into the pits here. I don't know if it was an attempt to block or if he was going to pull down and let him go. I don't know.
We got drivers pitting in right now. Christian drivers are pitting in. Douglas Hess and who was the other one? Mason Clark. Drivers are pitting in right now. Exiting the pits right now is the number 21, Trevor McManus. So Trevor pit early. He's hoping that'll pay off and he can have some fresh tires and maybe help get him back on the track. We'll go back and look at how many tires he took here under green flag. It was 4. He took 4 tires under green flag pit stops. I think that's smart. I think that if it stays green, that's definitely what you want to do.
Wow, I do not know how Jeremy Morrison is racing right now. If you watch his tires in the corner, his wheels are broken. I mean, they're turned as far left as they can to get that turned. That car is broke.
I don't know how Jeremy's doing it, Christian. He is running 36-second laps, almost in the 37-second laps right now. And I just don't know. I mean, everybody else is running 31s, 32s. I mean, it's crazy.
Man, if you look and ride along with him in the cockpit view, I don't know how he's even on the track anymore. He is turning it. He's now over 100 degrees turning that wheel.
Oh yeah, I'm watching now. Yeah, he's turning it all the way. If I was in this cockpit, that's me turning it all the way. Wow. It's just
look at
extremely
this.
tight.
That is turning it the whole way right there. Wow. I've never seen a car that broken on the right front. Props to Jeremy Morrison for staying out there and not getting a DNF.
Hey man,
Safety
he's
rating's
keeping it
not
going.
gonna be good.
No.
You just gotta hope that he gets 0Xs when he hits the wall. As Trevor McManus is gonna get past him here, we're gonna go up and watch him now.
I mean, we're just over a third of the way through this race right now, so anything can still happen. There's a lot that can happen. You got guys who pit like David Borney, Trevor McManus, Jeffrey Ford, Todd Gilly, Rob Haynes, Brad Borer. All these guys already pit, and they're a lap down, so they're hoping this thing runs through without a caution. Caution would kill them right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Trevor Roppolo has stayed out this long. And I wasn't surprised that Luis did because, you know, Luis is a strategist. He's going to stay out anytime he can, so.
Yeah, these guys are probably thinking there would have been a caution if they stayed out this long with all the cars re-emerging onto the track. You got slow cars out there, but here we go. Leader's now pitting. So, but I think that would have been the strategy if I was a leader. Like, hey, maybe there's going to be a caution. If not, hey, I'm fast enough to get back to the front.
Now Luis also going to get a lap lead here. Going to be a good old bonus point. Now Jonathan Boger going to also lead a lap here. So, Anthony, do you have a pick yet to win this race?
Well, that's what I was asking at the beginning, is if you wanted to have a pick. My pick was going to be Roppolo. He was second fastest in practice behind Christopher Watkins, and I said, man, Roppolo's just one of them guys who super consistent. Roppolo's currently running 8th. He was one of the guys we were just talking about who stayed out really, really late. So we'll see how that works out for him. But if I didn't have to take somebody who was leading the whole race, man, I think that Stephen Massey could possibly sneak one out.
No, I'm gonna go out for this one, and I'm gonna go with rookie driver Brant Morrow on this one. I think he can try to get up there and get past Trevor, pull off his first win. And if it's not someone that's up toward the lead in the top 3, then I'll go with let's go with Rob Haynes. Let's go for his 3rd win.
Good pick.
Well, since this has been a long green flag run and we haven't gotten a commercial in yet, we're going to go ahead and take a commercial break, but you won't miss a thing. We're going to go side by side. We'll be right back.
One of those BeeLineSim series commercials.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is the finish line. The Desk Dash from BeeLineSim. A fully functional USB-powered gauge cluster for your sim rig that comes with a 10,000 RPM tachometer, oil temperature, water temperature, oil pressure, and fuel level gauges. At BeeLineSim, we integrate professional-grade gauges from Marshall Instruments, control hardware and software from simprojects.com, and our own cross connects and chassis fabrication to bring you a plug-and-play solution that is pre-tested, pre-assembled, and pre-configured. The Desk Dash has a programmable shift indicator, warning indicators, and your choice of orange or white backlighting with the flick of a switch. The Desk Dash, only from BeeLineSim. If you're looking for realism, it doesn't get any better than this. This is the finish line. This is Beeline. Visit us on the web at BeeLineSim.com. This is the finish line. You don't get here by quitting the race a few laps early, or by driving at half throttle. You get here by giving it 100%. So if you're a sim racer, why would you settle for a steering wheel that's only 80% of what you need? Instead, upgrade your stock G27 with a full-size wheel from BeeLineSim products. BeeLineSim provides customized controls and systems integration for the sim racer that's looking for an extra edge over the competition. Our wheel upgrade kits are pre-wired to plug right into your G27 with no loss of button or shift indicator functionality. Everything comes complete, including a full-size 13.5-inch Grant Formula GT wheel, HDPE adapter hub, button plate made from 1/4-inch ABS plastic, along with all of the connectors and mounting hardware you need. So why settle for 80% of a wheel when you can have 100% with an upgrade kit from BeeLineSim? This is the finish line. This is Beeline. Visit us at BeeLineSim.com.
Back, and while we were away, you may have seen it there. While we were away after commercial here, wasn't a caution, but Douglas Hess and Jeremy Morrison made contact on the backstretch. Doug Hess went for a spin, hit the inside wall. He is now out of the race due to that contact, but no caution came out from that impact. We said that Jeremy Morrison, you know, he's having that issue. Now it seems to, you know, be really affecting him. You know, at what point is he, you know, not going minimum speed?
Right, yeah, and he was doing about 60 miles an hour in the corners, and when you're doing 120 on the exit of a turn and there's a car doing half the speed that you are, that's a safety hazard.
Yeah, it looks like Jeremy has now brought it into pits. What his best bet is just to pull it in, wait until one lap to go, and just ride around on the apron. That way he doesn't get a DNF. That would be his best case scenario. But to focus on the lead, Stephen Massey out front. Did he possibly take 2 tires, or was it 4? It was 2.
Who's that?
Stephen Massey.
Took 2, huh? Ooh.
I'll be darned.
He now has a 5-second lead, so I mean, we'll see how he manages that. If he can manage that over the course of a run and still be in the lead when he goes to pit, hey, that's the way to go. But I don't know if you want to do two tire pit stops back to back. That would not be a good decision.
I guess this car is just so tight that they have figured that 2 tires is going to loosen it up enough where it's good enough that even after a full fuel run, it would be perfectly fine. Which, you know, if they figured that out, good for them. I would never do it, even if
Stephen Massey's on lap 17 of his run right now, so he still has a good amount of laps to run. We'll see how that works out for him. I mean, he's still running really good lap times. He's running under 32s. That last lap happened to be a 32.2, as I was just talking about it, but he did lose half a second already since we started talking about him. So, I mean, again, though, he had a 5.5 second lead. It's now down to a 4.9. You know, what, 17 to 20 laps left on this run, man. He could be in good shape here.
Yeah, absolutely. If Trevor's able to catch him at the end of this run, I don't think Trevor's going to take 2. He'll take 4. So Stephen will be right back on, you know, on pace with Trevor.
Right. Yeah, and Stephen would have to take 4 because he took 2 last time. I don't see him taking 4 this time. You still have, let's see, it's a 150 lap race. I mean, we're not even halfway through yet. This is a long race for the Beeline.
Yes, indeed it is.
And you know, the thing about it is these lap times are similar to 1.5 mile tracks. You know, New Hampshire is considered a short track at only just over a mile long, but it's the way that these turns are and how slow you have to get into the corners, these lap times are really close to a 1.5 mile track. Got any questions from anybody out there watching? I see we now have 11 viewers out there, and the chat has been pretty quiet. Who do you guys got winning this thing? Do you want to see anything? You want us to turn it up? What do you guys want? I'll say it kind of looks blurry looking at the broadcast.
Blurry? I will fix that.
Yeah, it kind of looks blurry.
Fix that. Aha.
You guys are watching that 97 with Stephen Massey circle around. He's getting through traffic right now. Next guy is going to be the number, I believe, 62 of Jim Westerfield. And Jim Westerfield came from console to iRacing about a month ago. And he just joined the league a few weeks ago. He's another new rookie trying to, just learn and do the best he can. And I guess it's worth pointing out that Stephen Massey also came from console.
We have a caution.
I can't find it.
Working on it. I might have found it. Todd Gilly.
Yeah, Todd Gilly pulled off the track. Shouldn't have been a caution. He had a screen freeze up, so he said he just pulled left and pulled it off the track. That really shouldn't have been a caution. He wasn't a hazard to anybody. He was off the track, so they won't be issuing an EOL to anybody during this caution, but there's still a caution nonetheless. So this changes things up a little bit. Strategy, definitely. I think you see everybody take 4 here because it gives them the option to take 2 under a green flag stop.
Yeah, everyone's going to take 4 here, at least in the top 8. Yeah, absolutely everyone in the field takes 4 tires. Yeah, everyone takes 2. Can you imagine?
I can see somebody in the back doing it, or somebody. Oh, we got some guys not fitting.
They already completed their stops.
Oh shit.
Well, who we want to interview under this one?
I want to interview Luis, the Brazilian redneck Salmaso, and maybe we both can get him asking some questions.
Absolutely. Let's bring him on down. Hey, Luis Salmaso, it's Christian and Anthony up here in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
What up?
Well, you're riding in 5th place. We've seen that you have been up there pretty much all day, and you stayed out for a long time under that green flag run. Is that going to be your strategy tonight? Stay out as long as possible and then pit, or think you're going to short pit the next time here?
It depends on how many laps we have left, the whole thing. I think a couple of guys pitted way too early, but we were off sequence from the beginning because a couple of guys stayed out, a couple of guys pitted the whole thing. So it depends. Now everybody's on the same sequence, same set of tires. So we'll see how everybody relates. I think the track is getting extremely tight with all the rubber that we're laying down, so that's going to play a factor. We'll see. We'll see. I think there's a lot of different things that are going to happen.
Luis, you were 5th fastest in practice, 3rd fastest during qualifying, and now you're currently running 5th. You've been around 5th the whole race, and I think it's going to take some strategy. But my question is not even ECR related. My question is, you're a hell of a cook. If you had to make a burger and call it the ECR burger, what would you put on it and why?
Bacon, 3 or 4 different types of cheese. Make sure that they melt together. Have some onion rings and one hell of a bun on top.
All right, you guys are going green, man. Thank you and good luck. Oh, it's Luis Almazo.
Never a dull moment with Luis up here. You gotta love him. You gotta love him. And oh man, already a caution here.
You know, let's bring him back down now. Luis, another caution. Welcome back to the ECR booth, man. Let's talk about that burger.
Then 4, boss. What do you want to know?
I want to know what was on that burger again and why.
Sorry, but my teammate was talking in my ear. Can you say that again?
I want to know what was on that burger and why. We didn't get a chance to really talk about it, man. It sounded like a good burger.
Well, you need to have some pretty good 80-20 meat. That's where we start. But we're not just going to go full meat. We're going to put some stuff in the middle. So we're going to mix a little bit of ground beef, a little bit of Italian spice sausage, some herbs, just maybe some chopped bacon, some porchetta in the middle, just to make it really like juicy in the middle. I think that will be a very, very nice burger. Cook it medium rare, so just to have the juices going. And you need to add a lot of different stuff because we have guys from all over the place, all sorts of lives, the whole thing. So I think if we mix together a couple of different cheeses, let them melt into like a creamy cheese sauce, then let that cheese harden a little bit, just put it up top when it's very creamy, very gooey. Get maybe some caramelized onions to be on top of the cheese, some very thick strips of bacon, and some really well-fried onion rings up top. Some lettuce, tomatoes, some spicy mustard. That would be one hell of a burger.
Sounds like a hell of a sandwich. What do you think, Chris?
It does sound very good.
Anybody that wants to hire me, I'll go, I'll cook, not a problem. We shop, so just hit me up.
Luis, good luck, man. I hope that I didn't make you too hungry. Hopefully you guys don't have too many more cautions. This race has been going great. It's been fun to watch, a lot of side-by-side racing, man. How is it out there for you guys on these restarts? Is it really hairy?
Yeah, guys are being a little bit too aggressive. That's just my taste for the number of laps that we still have left. And some guys are really going very deep into the braking, especially in 1 and 2. We see some heavy smoke coming out of some guys' tires, and we know that they're just overdriving. So you never know what's going to happen. I think intensity will pick up from here on out every restart, especially if you are on the outside. I think the outside, if you have a really good jump, you may have a better exit of turn 2 because you need to do a very slow turn on the bottom to gain position and not to run into anybody. So we may see some really guys going to the outside and really trying to nail that turn perfectly, get a really good exit with a run up the backstretch.
And is that where you try to get when you're trying to pass somebody? Do you try to get to their outside because that's the place to be?
If I'm trying, that's how I would do it, because normally guys they'll tend to try to block the inside just to go the shorter way around. This track, guys don't realize that if you get pinned to the inside, you need to take your foot off the gas completely just to have this thing rotate. It's a very tight setup. So if you can be on the outside and get that hammer on the throttle early, you may get that run to the outside. And once you have the outside lane, the guy on the bottom, he has nowhere to go. He needs to be down there, pinch.
I hear that, man. This is number 4, Luis Almazo. He will be with us Friday night, same channel, ECR. ECR Hub Friday night, right, Luis? You coming to join us?
If everything lines up perfectly, yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, you guys are one to go. Good luck. We'll let you back up there in that main lobby.
Real quick, I got one question. We've seen a few people take 2 tires. Are you going to take 2 tires at all?
Well, that should be a really interesting point to follow along in the broadcast. Stay tuned. We may have an answer for that shortly.
All right. Good luck.
Thanks.
Not giving away his secrets here. He doesn't want the other drivers to know. I'm definitely interested. I want to see if he takes 2.
He's starting 6th right now, and I'm riding along with him in the car chase. We'll see how it works out. Everybody had a really nice restart there. Obviously, Trevor Roppolo is going to have the lead coming in to turn 1.
And while you were talking with Luis, the caution was brought out. Josh Sheets, something happened to him going into turn 1. His car just hooked right into the 05, and that caused a big pileup. Very strange. But back up
Now,
with these guys. Trevor Roppolo is still out front, and it's kind of surprising. Stephen Massey hasn't been up there right on his bumper challenging him.
Pat Richey in the number 13 got a black flag for switching lanes before the start-finish line.
Oh man, that's a rough one. This late in the race too. Yeah, that put him 2 laps down. That is really tough break there. Tell you what, Trevor McManus, 4 fresh tires on it, and he's back up here in this battle. He's up in 3rd place. Like Stephen Massey has kind of closed the gap just a little bit. He's got it down to about 2/10 now. Tell you what I just noticed. 1st and 2nd are both Fords. Gotta love that. Got another caution here. Looks like it's on Joseph Kurzel, but Let's see what happened.
Grijalva. You got to get some Spanish into that one, Christian. Grijalva.
Oh, Ed Adams into his door there. Gets him around.
Yeah, they reported some blinking. Ed said that the 77 was blinking, and then the 77 came down onto Ed Adams. So I believe EOL is going to be on the 77 at 2 to go. If you look, you go back to the replay there, you'll see 77 actually comes down. And he was blinking at the same time.
Yeah, it was hard to stay on him because he was blinking. I couldn't tell. Let's see. He blinks out. Oh yeah, he does. He comes right on down and spins himself around. Great sponsor on board. Asus. However you want to pronounce it. I think it's Asus. I own it and I don't even know how to pronounce it, so. So we got a new leader up front. Chris Watkins gonna stay out.
Yeah. For sure, man. I think that if you did not take 4 tires in this stop, we have some guys I think did not pit in this pit stop, right? A lot of guys stayed out, so it'd be interesting to see how that works out, man.
Yeah, it looks like Stephen Massey took 2. Brant Morrow, Kurt Quist, Bruce Ackerman all take 2. Trevor Roppolo, the first car with 4 tires.
I think your winner tonight is going to be the person who took 4 right here and takes 2 during green flag pit stops.
And that can be one of these 3. Trevor Roppolo, Trevor McManus, or Luis Salmasa. They are the first 3 cars with 4 fresh tires on that car here on this restart. Here they come. Pace car is off. Chris Watkins, the control car, he's gone. Stephen Massey is asleep at the wheel. Stacks up the outside lane. And I think we got 2 first-timers. First and second right now. This is their first race for the BeeLineSim series, and they are first and second. I knew that was going to be a caution. I just knew it. 3 wide, and it happened. And Trevor McManus comes up and hooks Bruce Ackerman there off the corner. Based on that view, let's take another look at it. Oh, I don't know, that's a tough one. Second view, Bruce kind of came off his line.
You know, in my opinion, 21 was 3 wide that whole turn. He takes out the car to his outside, then finishes off the 90 as you continue to watch him go on again. I mean, he takes the 90 out as well. So if this doesn't get called on the 21, I would be highly surprised because he's 3 wide through the whole turn. He's under the 92. 92 is under the 95. They're 3 wide. When you're 3 wide, you cannot be that high up onto the track. When he comes off of the turn, he's in the top half of the track. Yeah, go ahead and get some replays of that one.
Yeah, that's the telltale sign right there. Going into turn 1, riding along with the helmet cam, the new helmet cam this week. Trevor Roppolo in front of him. The wheels turned right when they made contact, so I don't know. That wheel was turned right an awful bit during that replay there. He is going to bring it into the pits, but is that for back of the field penalty, or is he parked?
Who?
Trevor McManus here.
No, he's not parked. He just gets in the OL. He's going to go ahead and take fresh tires and everything because he knows he's at the back.
I was asking that. Oh, no. Got out of the car.
All right, he's taking 4.
There's not a Trevor McManus in the car.
I just showed him live taking 4 tires. He's still sitting there though. I wonder if he's taking damage or.
As soon
Yeah,
as
I'm not.
as soon as he pulled to a stop, the driver just popped out of the car.
Well, he took 4 tires though.
Yeah, I think he's a little upset. I don't know why he would be. That was on him. I don't know. Green flag back in the air. We're live here with Chris Watkins, the leader still.
Chris Watkins just got a black flag for crossing lanes before the start-finish line.
Oh!
That's going to be tough.
Oh, Brant Morrow makes contact with Stephen Massey, and he can't save it in a hard hit into the outside wall. Kurt Busch, Stephen Massey both out of it. Well, it was green flag for a while.
Oh, it's silly season now in this race, apparently. I mean, there must be like 5 to go. Oh, wait, no, there's 50 to go.
There's enough time for another green flag stop. Oh, wow, okay. Based on the replay, actually, it kind of looked like Steven came up a little bit. I don't know. I gotta keep watching this one back. Get another view of it. He tried his absolute best to save it. Just overcorrected and out into the outside wall we go in. 57 came down. The 97 came up just a slight bit, but not as near as much. So
I'm seeing damage to the 57's right rear. So he's like holding a line, and the 95 hits him and turns him left at the same time. 97's kind of coming up a bit, so they kind of meet each other there.
oh, I did not see the damage on the 95. Oh, yeah. 95 may have kind of turned the 57 downward into Steven. Oh, I do not want to be race control at this moment. It's a tough job to be race control. It really is. There's 3 different people that could be the cause of that one. Wow, Brad Moore going to stay out under this most recent caution. He is the new leader here. Trevor Roppolo going to also stay out, it looks like, or possibly he took 2. Let's check that out. Look at the pit stop times. Brad Moore under that last caution did take 4. Under this most recent one. Am I seeing this right? No, they did take 4. Trevor did too. This shook up the entire field. Well, now what? Now who's going to win this thing? I think the leader got black flag, second got spun, third got an EOL, and fourth got wrecked. So now 5th place is in the lead. That's how quick things can change in these races. Correct me if I'm wrong. Has Brad Borer won a race? Oh, I don't think he has. He's won a race in the Cup Series, not in the B-Line yet.
What's up, man? I was talking to a few guys there.
Brad Borer. Has he won a race in B-Line yet? I'm aware of that.
That I can find out for you. Let's see. Brad Borer. I know he's second in owners points right now.
Yeah, he's like second in owners point in every single series.
I think he's a Cup driver, man. Oh no, he's leading the BeeLineSim series. He is your points leader in the BeeLineSim series right now by a good 13 points. He does not have a win, but he does have a pole.
No
He
wins
has
yet. He's
6
out
top
in the lead.
5s, 6 top 5s, 10 top 8s, or top 10, sorry, and 16 starts. So doing pretty good. 05 would be up there right now if it wasn't for that penalty. That's a rookie mistake, though. I'm sure he'll learn from that. We told these guys we had 2 race controllers out here tonight. We weren't going to get away with shit. Some of these guys, I think they would race a little bit better if they had some BeeLineSim products. Oh, shit.
That was a good plug-in right there.
I tried.
Next, you're going to be plugging in some Jim Beam. Oh, wait, you already did that earlier.
I actually had some, I don't know if I want to say it, my sponsors might be mad. Fuck it. Had some Fireball tonight.
Woo! I love Fireball.
And we're not broadcasting for NBC, so sometimes we get to cuss a little bit, but we don't try to do it too much.
when it's to do with Fireball whiskey, you have to.
Light a fire under their ass. There comes Stephen Massey ready to light a fire up under Doug Hess's ass right now. Oh, look at that move. I don't know if you got that on. Wow, Stephen Massey just made a heck of a move for that 15th position. He is coming in a hurry, man. He knows time is running out, and he has got to go.
Oh, he's 2 laps down?
Well, really?
Hey, he's in the lucky dog spot.
Oh, my God. Wow. We have 14 drivers on the lead lap.
That's a low number. We started with 33.
31. No, well,
two are race control, right?
yeah, Dylan and myself did a starting part. So you had 29 drivers, really, that were in this thing. And I'm about to get back on the track to pass Ronnie Norman. I'm going to do that right now because, you know, that's money. Oh, wait a minute. Something's going on here. My car won't start. It says pit for repairs. All my gauges are red. Why would that be? I've been in the pits the whole time.
You didn't shut your car off when you pit, and it probably blew up.
Oh, no.
Rookie mistake.
Well, I hit escape. Well, that's a lesson learned right there. That's unfortunate.
That's fortunate for Ronnie.
I'm telling you.
He's got the luck of the Irish this week. The hunt for the golden horseshoe is over. We found it.
Luck of the Irish was with Conor McGregor when he goes to fight Floyd Mayweather.
Well, that fight's finally happening.
Oh yeah, they had a press conference today where they were just talking smack. You guys can catch it on Facebook, I'm sure. I posted it myself, so if you want to watch it, man, just fast forward to where you see Conor McGregor on the stage, and then Mayweather gets on stage as well, and they basically just talk shit to each other. It is great, man. It is awesome.
Two of the best in the biz going at it.
Somebody's O has got to go. Both undefeated. I don't count. What's up?
Trevor Ropolo is shifting.
Really? I'm gonna get down in his cockpit here. He didn't shift in 1 and 2 there.
Yeah, I heard it in 3 and 4 for sure. There it was.
Yep. Wow.
I was
There
doing
you
it
go.
in practice, and it was working pretty well for me, so if I was racing today, I would have been doing that.
You know, I was doing it too. I just didn't think it was working pretty well. But man, I mean, he's running in the lead right now, so can't argue with those facts. And Brant Morrow, the guy that you chose, is now currently running second, trying to hunt him down. And you know that Brazilian redneck Luis Almaso currently in third. My driver, Jonathan Boger, running in the 4th position at number 17.
Tell you what, we're going to be having pit stops here at around lap 125, 130. So in about 10 laps, you're going to start seeing these drivers peel off if they want to split it in half. Because the last caution, we went green at about 100. So it's a 50-lap run. They have to pit about 30 to 35 laps. So I could see some people splitting it in half at 25. taking 2. Right now, we got a little bit of a battle here for third now. Jonathan Boger is caught up to Luis. He's right there on his bumper. Checking up with a story from earlier in the race. Josh Sheets last night finished second, his career best. Right now he's running 8th here in the BeeLineSim series, so decent run for him. Here subbing for Matthew Hibbs. Behind him was Chris Watkins, but I think he's bringing it in. Yeah, Chris Watkins is pitting. Let's see if he takes 2 here. I think he would have to. If he's trying to win this race, the only way he's going to do so is if he takes 2 right here. Does. Takes 2. We got a pass for second. Luis Salmaso underneath Brant Morrow. Gonna come up in front of him. Good pass by Luis. Now up to second place here. Now Jonathan Boger gonna try to do the same here. Look at what those fresh tires are doing for Chris Watkins here. He's going to go underneath Jonathan Boger here. Oh, Brant Morrow is going to turn Luis Salmaso. Don't know if Luis had to check up or what happened there.
Wow. Well, there goes some good cars.
Luis was making a little bit of an arc to the corner. Brant had less of an arc and had more speed underneath, and just made contact with him. UL would be on probably the 57, but that's just unfortunate. The Ford was just trying to arc the corner a little bit more and slow down a little bit more than the 57, and 57 didn't see it coming and got into him. Tough break for Luis. What do you think? Do you see everyone taking 4, or do you see some 2 tires coming out of this pit stop?
Man, I would take 4 and go. Be good to the end.
You got Chris Watkins. He's the lucky dog. He's gonna get the lucky dog here. Or actually, no, he's not. I'm sorry. He was involved in that caution. He is not gonna get the lucky dog. He is gonna have to stay out if he wants to get that lap back. Gonna see what leader Trevor Roppolo does here. Trevor takes 4, but Ed Adams is going to take 2. Ed Adams, the only one to take 2 on that pit stop. I just don't think that's going to work for him, considering how much damage is on his car. Oh, do you want to interview someone? Maybe Ed Adams or Trevor? Or possibly your driver, Jonathan Boger, sitting in 3rd? Bring down Ed Adams. Hey, Ed Adams, this is Christian up here in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I sure do, buddy.
Well, you take 2 tires there on that pit stop. It looks like you're the only one to do so, but you're going to be in the lead here. Do you think you're going to hold off all these guys with 4 tires behind you?
Oh, honestly, I don't have high hopes of holding them off too long. I think the strategy was mainly to try to get a top 5 out of tonight, but overall the car's been good. I haven't been cooking my tires. So even though I did a 2-tire stop, my lefts look pretty healthy right now. Yeah, I can say one thing, man. I'm sure popping this VR cherry tonight. It's been fun. Oh, we are still good, but I got to apologize about that because we were chatting and I was totally in the wrong gear. We are green.
Oh, you're
Thank you,
green.
buddy.
Oh, I wasn't live. That's my bad, Ed. Good luck, man.
Thank you very much. We'll see you. Hopefully, talk at the end of the race.
Ed is still maintaining that lead coming out of the 3 here, and oh, Trevor's gonna have it going to 4, but Ed gets the momentum coming out of 4. These guys are battling side by side coming into turn 1 here. Ed's gonna maintain the top line. He's gonna pinch down Trevor. Trevor's not gonna come up. He's gonna hold his line, and that momentum is totally gonna stop Trevor from trying to make a pass here, but he's not gonna give up. The guy in the catbird seat right now is Brad Borum, that number 15, sitting in 3rd. Just loving what he's seeing, but Luis Almaso is now says, hey, I want all of them, and here comes another caution.
I think if you see another one of them, I'm going to hear a very loud rage quit, or not a rage quit, but a rage, nonetheless. Who was that on this time? There's so many cars out there with damage, I can't tell. Oh. I found it. Let's see who it was. Happened right in front of Pat Rouchet. Oh no, it was Pat Rouchet. He got hit in the bumper and sent up the track. That was Stephen Massey dove down and got in front of Brant Morrow. Brant Morrow then got into Stephen Massey, which Stephen Massey then got into Pat Rouchet. So it was a big old chain reaction, but Stephen Massey made a really unnecessary move. I don't know what that was for.
97 made a sudden lane change, couldn't back it up in time, got into the back of the 13. 57 couldn't react in time, got into the back of the 97. So when you have somebody who makes a sudden lane change like that and an accident happens, you usually put it on that person who did that. So EOL will be on the 97.
I did click the live button this time. I did forget last time. Now, for those of you that heard Ed during his interview, a lot of people say he sounds like Brad Keselowski. I don't know if you guys hear it, but to me, he kind of does sound like Brad Keselowski, especially in-game. Not in Discord, but in-game, he sounds just like him. You notice that, Anthony?
Yeah, I'll have to pay attention to that.
Yeah, it's really cool, honestly. Like, he keys up and it's, you could swear that it's Brad Keselowski, so, I don't know if he tries it or if that's just his natural voice. I think he said that's just his voice, but he's going to try to make it a little whinier. To make it sound like Brad Keselowski. So it was a pretty funny comment out of Ed Adams. He always likes to have fun. So all these guys like to have fun, and we're all friends. But this race, I don't know what these guys are doing. They're not being friendly to each other. Everyone's got to be friends, give space.
Well,
that's all you got to do.
It's coming down to that point of the race where nobody is your friend.
See if Ed can smoke him on the restart again. He smokes him. Gonna get to about 2 or 3 car length lead here. Last time he was in the wrong gear, actually. So, oh, Trevor and Brad make contact there in turn 1. Brad goes up the hill there. Now Luis gonna look underneath Trevor. Trevor gonna put the block on him. Nice friendly little block, just kind of moves down slowly. Oh, but
yeah, Brad is not happy about that.
Luis almost got into Trevor there. Things are getting dicey here in the closing laps. You know who's loving this? Ed Adams. 0.5 of a second lead, now opens it up to a 0.6 of a second lead. He's actually pulling away a little bit. We got a car in trouble on the backstretch, but he's going to keep it straight and stay green here. Couldn't see who that was. We're going to keep it up front because the action is too insane to pull away from.
Yeah, I mean, Ed Adams drives for me in the truck series, and he's a new guy this year as well. He just got VR, and he is loving it. He said that VR helps him so much, and you can see it here now. He's been able to maintain the lead, running some really quick, competitive laps. I really do hope he goes on to win this thing. That would be a hell of a win for him, and I know he'd be super excited.
the thing that would have won it for him if he does is 2 tires. He's the only one out of everyone that pit on that last pit stop to take 2. And he is still out here in the lead. That is absolutely incredible. And that was you calling it. Whoever took 4 that last pit stop and took 2 the next would win it. And right now, that's Ed Adams. Right now, Trevor is getting back up there. He's catching up to the bumper, but the question is Brad Moore going to catch up to him?
Oh, no! Wow. David Bordey gets super tight. He goes down in hard in turn 3 and comes up and smashes the 21 of Trevor McManus.
Oh, man. Wow. Just watch that back on the replay. That was a nice save by both of them to not make that a caution. Now
They kept it going.
Back to what I was saying. Trevor's catching Ed Adams here. He's almost underneath him. But the question is, you saw Trevor block Luis, and you saw him get into Brad Borer. If those 2 catch up to Trevor before Trevor gets underneath Ed, there could be some activity.
Oh, this whole top 5 right now is just super close, man. In the top 6, really.
We've got 10 laps remaining. We've had 9 cautions tonight. Only 33 laps run under caution, so that's not too incredibly bad.
No, it's not bad at all. It's been some great racing by these fellas. Obviously, in the later half of the race, you're going to have some more aggression. Luis Almaso, turn 3, coming on to the inside of Trevor Roppolo. He's going to try to make something happen. And Brad Borer back in it, man. After being pushed by the 90, you know he's not happy with that 90. So we'll look to see if something happens here. Maybe he gives him the bumper to get by that 90. But right now, Luis stuck on the inside. Got 6 cars running that outside back to back. And Luis is trying to make something happen.
Again, with Luis going under Trevor, that's going to cause Trevor to slow his momentum down. Ed's got to love seeing that in his mirror.
And they'll get back in single file here as Luis realizes if he stayed down there, he might end up losing a few positions. You kind of have to wait for the guy to mess up before you go low. If you go low and the guy in front of you doesn't mess up, you could mess yourself up and hurt yourself and fall back.
Oh, Trevor almost got into the quarter panel of Ed Adams. He came down and cut Trevor's nose off. He's doing everything to stay out front right now. Now Trevor going to try to the outside.
Oh, he's going to take the outside. That's how you do it right here, Christian. Try to get that outside or maybe even get him hot. I just hope he doesn't take him out for this. This is some great racing. You don't want to see somebody take somebody out for a position.
Oh, he gives him a little tap there.
Ed is doing a hell of a job right now holding on to this lead with 2 tires, I'll tell you that. Trevor's going to switch it up, take his inside.
Yeah, the tap got Ed a little bit tight on exit. Now Trevor going to get to his inside here. Is Ed going to be able to hold him off on the outside here?
And Luis is going to try to take the inside. This is crazy racing, Christian.
Oh, and Brad Borer gives 90 a little tap here.
I'm telling you, he blocked Luis in that last one there. Luis tried to go low. He's like, nah, not today, Junior.
That 15 wants a piece of the 90. We listened to his in-car. I'm sure he would have said something like Denny Hamlin did about the 1 car.
Matthew George and Jonathan Boger are now back in the picture here in 4th and 5th, or 5th and 6th, sorry. These guys are back in the picture. Now Jonathan Boger is going to go to the inside of Matthew for the 5th position. He might be able to just do it.
I don't know if Trevor Roppolo can get by Ed Adams without roughing him up. I just don't know if he can do it. As there he goes, he roughs him up a little bit. Can Ed save it? He does! But Trevor gets by him. The bump and run by Trevor Roppolo.
That's unfortunate.
Brad Bohr is right behind Trevor Roppolo now. 4 laps remaining. Brad Bohr does have history with Trevor Roppolo in this race.
This could be interesting. I tell you what, I want to interview the top 5. I don't care about top 3. I want the top 5 in this broadcast booth. This has been an amazing race.
We may see fisticuffs in the broadcast booth tonight. There's no waiting for Conor versus Mayweather. We got 2 to go when they cross the line. Matthew George gives Luis Almaso a bump, trying to get that 4th place off of him. Now Jonathan Boger to his inside, trying to get 5th place off of him. Luis Almaso underneath Ed Adams. There's just so many battles right here.
I am just having a ball watching this right now, man.
This is definitely one of the best battles toward the end of the race of the season here. Matthew George is there, man. He is there on Luis. Luis is there on Ed as they take the white flag. Who is going to get 3rd place and get that podium? Matthew George to Luis is outside here. He's stuck behind Ed Adams right now. Jonathan Boger now gets by Matthew George. They were almost 4 wide for 3rd place as Trevor Roppolo takes the win. Brad Bohr 2nd, Ed Adams 3rd, Luis Almaso in 4th, and Jonathan Boger is going to round out your top 5. Man, what a race. All right, while Trevor does his victory celebration, we're going to go ahead and turn down iRacing here, and we're going to start the interviews here.
What's up, guys?
What is going on? We are here. Trevor, congrats on the win. We'll get to you here in a moment. But
Thanks.
First, we're going to visit the number 5 position car, Jonathan Boger. Jonathan Boger, you got a copy here.
I do.
Jonathan, we normally interview the top 3, but this race, the top 5 was such a battle that we just had to interview you guys. You guys put on probably the best show of the season. How did you feel in those last few laps? I mean, that was pretty intense. I mean, you guys were almost 4 wide coming across the finish line for that 3rd spot.
Yeah, it was. My car was kind of tight. I got a little front end nose damage, but it's like whoever could run the top, and I was diming in a little bit, but whoever could keep the momentum up usually could keep up.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of different lines play out this race, and it was just such an exciting race. We wanted to just pull you guys down and tell you guys how much of an awesome race it was. Anyone you want to thank for your top 5 there?
I'd like to thank my team, Headers Makes Famous, Lee Filter for coming on board this season, and
Did you cut out or were you done? I didn't.
yeah, I was done.
Oh, okay. I thought you cut out. I heard and then it cut out. But Anthony, you're his team owner. You got anything for him here?
Jonathan, hell of a race, man. You were 9th fastest in practice. You qualified 14th. You kept it clean. You were there to battle at the end. You could probably be a top 3 car, man. It just didn't go your way. Them boys were battling hard. You were very respectful. Really good, clean racer, man. I think this might be. I don't have the stats in front of me. Was this your first top 5 this season?
No.
We're gonna look. Jonathan Boger. No, that's your 4th. You have 3 of them. You're currently sitting 5th in points. You're probably going to pass Jeremy Morrison. You were only 5 points behind Jeremy Morrison, so now you're going to move up to 4th in points. You got to win. You're pretty much locked into the chase. What's the game plan from here on out?
I would probably gamble more now, but I still want to be consistent because when that chase comes around, you can try to win all the time, but in and out, you gotta be consistent in the chase to probably win the championship.
Hey man, Caleb Sheets won the B Car Championship last season. He didn't win one single race. So he was one guy who could prove that you did not have to win a race to win a championship. So as long as you stay consistent, you stay in it, anything can happen, man. So you're one of them drivers that, you keep it clean, you make smart decisions, and I enjoy running with you myself when I get a chance to, man, and you're a hell of a driver. So congrats on your top 5 tonight, man. Anybody you like to thank?
I'd like to thank you for letting me drive the number 17 Camaro.
All right, guys. Christian, are you there with Luis Almaso in that number 4 car?
Yeah, I hustled over here from that interview, and I caught up with Luis here down in pit road. Luis, the number 4 car comes in 4th place. So you can cook, you can make paint schemes, and you can drive. Is there anything you can't do?
Yeah, apparently, I cannot treat people like shit on the track. So, not really in the mood because I'm gonna say something stupid, and I'm not gonna do that right now. So, yeah, if it was fun for whoever was watching, for some guys in the track was just stupid. So, yeah, I'm done. Thanks.
Well, thanks for saying some words. Tough break there for you. Anthony, do you want to get 3rd place there, Ed Adams?
Yeah, congrats, Luis. I know you're not happy with that top 5, but hey, we got Ed Adams in that number 46, top 3, best finish, I believe, in ECR yet. Led a bunch of laps, was looking for a win. Ed, take me through what was going through your head there, coming down to the final laps on 2 tires, knowing that the guys behind you had 4 tires.
Man, I tell you what, I got to give credit to my crew chief. He made a couple ballsy calls. That wasn't the first. That was the double stint on the left side. So 2 stops before the end there, I did not take lefts. All race long, I kind of seen everybody smoking their left front, going in way too hard, and I was just trying to save those lefts and not try to burn them up. I got to thank my team, Pit Stop Design, sponsorship Lake City Speedway for putting up the dough and the name on the car. But yeah, at the end of the race, I knew it was going to be a miracle to pull off a win. I was thinking 3rd, maybe top 5 would be fantastic. But thank everybody for racing clean. It was a hard fought battle at the end. It was a blast.
Well, congrats on your top 3, man. A hell of a finish. It was fun watching you guys out there. Do you think that there was any other way you could have ran that race and managed to maybe hold on to the lead, or do you just think that them tires is what hurt you?
I would have been playing Russian roulette there. I knew that, I had a former past champion on my bumper, and his tires are much better than mine. I could have blocked. I could have been more aggressive in trying to control his line, but in the end, I knew I was going to get probably bumped out of the way. So better to just take what I was given and walk out of here with a good finish. I don't think I would have been able to hold him off. I would have had to been dirty, and that's not my style.
Well, Christian, I think that you have our next place driver in pit road.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm doing a lot of running down here in pit road. I don't know if I can't handle all this running. I hope this is my last one. Brad Bohr, second place for you here. It was a tough race. I know on that restart there you had a little incident. It kind of got heated over the mic. Tell us what happened there in that last green flag run.
Well, no, I was just, on the outside line and just felt like I kind of got shoved up and, it's heat of the moment, but it's the way it goes. It's still, second place finish. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, second place finish. That is a great job, considering it. We didn't see you up in the top 5 much earlier in the night. I know the car is really tight, and a lot of people were struggling with it. So good job getting up there. If you could have gotten to Trevor, would you have maybe paid him back for earlier, or do you think you would have just let it slide?
At this point, I don't know. I mean, he was probably, one of the best cars out there, so I don't know much what I could have done. So I'm leaving out here also with 0 incident points, so that's a big thing. So I don't know. I mean, I would have been a little bit aggressive, but nothing too crazy.
All right. Well, you're also leading the regular points, so and the owner points, I think. So you're doing an awesome job this season. It looks like Anthony would like to say something. So Anthony, go ahead.
Yeah, Brad, man, you're leading the points. You're the first place point driver. You don't have a win. There are 8 drivers in this series right now that have wins. So you currently sit 9th when the chase starts. But you do get a bonus for being a points leader coming to the chase. But what does that mean for you, knowing that every week it seems somebody new wins, and it still could be a gamble even making the chase as the points leader? If 4 more guys end up winning this race, or winning this season, it's not you. You missed the chase, and you're the points leader. Do you have to go hard every race? Do you have to try to get a win? I mean, is that on your mind? What are you thinking moving forward with the chase, knowing that there's only 4 spots left for drivers without a win? You sit above them right now, but if 4 more drivers win, you're currently out of the chase.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a difficult situation to be in, because you definitely want to try to do what you can to keep the point lead, keep finish consistently, but in the end, wins mean it all here. So I want the win for sure. That way I don't even have to worry about it, and I'm gonna just try to keep getting aggressive here.
All right. Well, again, I want to say congrats on second. I don't know if we did mention this, but just in case, we always like to say this twice for some reason. Do you have anyone you want to thank?
I just want to thank you guys for broadcasting, and thanks for Moss Energy for the sponsor, and thanks for BeeLineSim.
Awesome. And Anthony, do you want to go ahead and grab our winner? Because I'm done running. I'm not running the whole way to victory.
Well, that's why I didn't reply right away, because I was running down here to victory lane. I'll tell you what, Trevor Rompolo is wet right now with alcohol. He smells like straight up alcohol. These guys are all wet down here in victory lane. There's graffiti, confetti everywhere. He's definitely celebrating a win. You had to earn that one, Trevor. But man, did you have one of the best cars tonight? But you still had to go back, knowing that you had to pass somebody. As hard as it was to pass here tonight, you wanted to pass him clean, but man, you ended up giving him the bumper, and you got by him, and it was clean. I'll tell you what, that was, if you had to give somebody the bumper and make it clean, that was a clean pass. Giving the bumper, it was a hell of a pass. A lot of technique used, a lot of skill out there tonight, a lot of speed. Take us through that race, man, and how you managed to come out on top?
Yeah, man, you nailed it there at the end. It was a hard fought battle there with Ed on those old tires, and I appreciate him racing clean there. I mean, he was doing what he had to do to hold on to the lead, and he was, slowing me up enough that the next two behind me, I think Lewis and Brad, were on my bumper, and I was going to be really patient with Ed, but I wasn't going to give up second. So, that's just short track racing there at the end, and I think it was a lot of fun, and yeah, probably a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, for sure. If you guys get a chance, go back, watch that. I mean, I'm sure you and Ed will talk here in the near future and talk about it. It was great racing, guys. You got to go back and watch it. It was just clean, man. And
yeah,
there shouldn't be anybody with hard feelings. At New Hampshire, short track racing, baby, it's going to happen. And you don't want to be the leader on old tires, especially with 2 tires coming to it. So again, hats off, man. You ran a hell of a race. Anybody that you'd like to thank for tonight?
Yeah, thanks to Stephen Massey for letting me drive for Redline and FanVision Racing Electronics, and my teammate Bruce. After he's a teammate in another league, but he was kind of helping me out at the end, get me motivated to stay up there and keep racing hard. So thanks to him. Thanks to you, Anthony, and all you guys broadcasting. That was a good time.
Awesome, man. Be sure to go back and watch that and leave your feedback, because I'll tell you what, you won't be disappointed, man. What a finish.
I lived
Heck
it.
of a race,
It was
man.
insane. Good short track racing right there.
Yeah, for sure, man. Congrats to you guys. Hell of a race, man. I'm sure we got plenty of good races to come.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us here on the BeeLineSim Series race at New Hampshire. Trevor Roppolo, again, is your winner. On behalf of BeeLineSim Products and ECR, we'd like to thank you for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Later.